Quite honestly, it's devastating. Side note, that power line must be pretty strong. I mean, that's not a light little vehicle there. It's kind of weird, right? Kind of weird picture. In Australia, someone took a photo of this snake's last attempt to avoid getting eaten. Oh, that is terrible. I actually feel bad. That is such a small snake, so I suppose that's like a baby snake. Is there a name for a baby snake other than just a young snake? Yeah, that, what would this be? A toad or a frog? Now I feel like an idiot because I don't know the difference. But whatever that is, oof, it's getting lunch. Fun fact, Alien was just actually an Australian nature documentary that some people took as a fictional sci-fi movie. Alien is what happens when you let Australia into space. I watched a snake eat a frog once. After the snake got him down, he was too fat to move. Then a hawk swooped in and grabbed the snake and flew off. Coolest thing I've ever seen. That is the cycle of life. That's nature, isn't it? Crazy. We have our newest video from a couple months ago of the famous Christmas Island crab migration. Look at that. This isn't even the worst one I've seen. I've seen some where you literally cannot see the ground. It's just a sea of red. But this one, they're sticking behind those walls that they put up right here, right? You see the white there? So most of them are staying off the road. Those obviously work. And it's pretty funny that they have to do that because obviously this would be a problem if they were all in the street. You could not get anywhere. Seriously, one of the weirdest things ever. Sticking on the crab subject, the coconut or robber crab was invading this barbecue on Christmas Island off the coast of Australia. So these things actually do search for food within the campsites, I just read. And, well, if your snack or your lunch, if you go off to have a whiz or go for a walk and come back and find that your delicacy is gone, well, just might be a robber crab. Geez, not even your food is safe. This is called a Baphomet moth. And, of course, this is from Australia. It's freaky looking, man. Wow, I've never seen this. This is a colored picture of the last thylacine that at least was known to be pictured. And this was from, I believe, 1936. I have seen pictures of these. Of course, they were in black and white. So it's very cool to see one colorized. I'm sure this is pretty damn accurate to what they look like. Again, very interesting animal. And look, I don't know what you believe, but I think the world is crazy big and thick and diverse, and I think there's some out there. Probably not a lot, but I think it's possible that maybe a handful of thylacines have held on this whole time, and they're out there somewhere, possibly. This is off the coast of Western Australia, a deep-sea batfish. That's really weird. I mean, it's a weird shape. What's kind of weirded me out is it's got like a flesh-like color. I don't know. It's like almost transparent. Weird. I don't know. It's like blue underneath, and then it's got like this little face. It's weird. It's weird. Not the cutest thing I've ever seen. Maybe some people think it's cute. I don't know. Someone said it looks like an adorable emoji. I don't know. Whoa. This is over Burleigh Heads, Australia. Look at this lightning, y'all. Oh my God, that is insanity. I'm like, holy crap, the world's about to end. That is, I mean, lightning's freaky, but I guess it does matter where you're at. Here in Illinois, when we get thunderstorms, you don't get too much lightning. You get a thunder, which, I understand is lightning cracking in the distance, but I guess I hear thunder more than I see the lightning, if that makes sense. And when I do see it, it's usually just a quick, like, single or double strand, down, and then it's gone. This is like that spiderweb lightning where it's just going everywhere, and I really have not personally seen that. Granted, I haven't sought it out, like a storm chaser or just been in the right place at the right time like this. This is next level. I mean, look at that. That's just nuts, man. This is the male Victoria rifle bird found in Queensland, Australia, trying to impress a female with his mating dance. Okay. Would you look at that? He's like, he is going to town, isn't he? He's doing a whole dance. Look at, he's getting into it. Oh my God. Will it work? Oh, she flew away. She flew away, and he's like, what the hell? I did all that for nothing? Visited by a betong? A betong? Is that betong or betong? I don't know. last night. This is in Australia. Ew, it's like a... That's actually... Ooh. It's kind of like a kangaroo, but it actually looks like a mouse. Oh, not a fan. Not a fan. It's like a kangaroo, but worse. More of a pest. Sure enough, someone in the comments, is that a rat mixed with a kangaroo? That's what I'm saying. It's maybe you think it's cute. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. You know when you're in Australia, spotted on the Pacific Highway, you got a big old ute with a mud flap that says, "See you," in the NT. Yeah, nah. Might hold off on cleaning a shed out. Look at that. We're maxed out, folks. 50 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd say summer has definitely fallen upon Australia. Procrastinating cleaning out the shed is a bit of a Christmas tradition. That's what I'm going to do. You could always put it off till next Christmas. Wow, look at this. This is a $1 note from 1982. Interesting. It's a little more dull. It's almost like kind of not the same, but almost like an American dollars, how it's way more subtle, like not very colored, right? Like beige, green sort of colors. Interesting. Anyone got one of these? There's what the back looks like. Oh, this looks delicious. Interesting caption too. It says, "A shop in my town in a really small Eastern European country recently started selling these." So this is in Eastern Europe. "It's the best soft drink I've ever tasted. Is it well known in Australia?" Well, lo and behold, it is the almighty Bundaberg. You guys know I love Bundaberg. We buy the regular kind at Costco from Australia, the real deal, and it's the bomb. You know I love it. I have not really gotten to try from them any of the other ones. I know there's a famous flavor that comes out around Christmas, I would love to try. I don't even remember what it's called. I'm sure you guys can tell me in the comments. I know I've seen people talk about it on Discord and in other comments. But this kind is the pink grapefruit sparkling drink. And that is indeed the famous Bundaberg logo, just different colors. Wow, that just looks so good. I want to grab it right out of my screen, do the whole pull, you know, that tab, the pop tab, right? You pull it out, lift it up, and you hear you get that pop, you get that little bit of smoke that comes out, and then you go, life is good. I want to try that. The real question. Do you pronounce the AU in Australia? A foreigner says. I've seen a lot of Australians drop the AU part and just emphasize the Australia part of the word. How do you pronounce it? All right, so the Australians have answered. Worth immediately adding, Aussie has never, ever been pronounced as Aussie. It has, and always will be pronounced Aussie, like Ozzy Osbourne, exactly like that. Aussie equals Aussie. There you go. You guys taught me that way early on, and I've made sure to never get it wrong since. I love Aussies. Someone made a good point. Americans have a state called Kansas and then Arkansas, but say Arkansas. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Kansas, Arkansas. Not Arkansas and Kansas, or not Arkansas and Kensaw. Never thought about that. It is pretty funny. You know, everyone has their own way of doing things. Everyone has some oddities. We Americans are not short on oddities. Someone with the real answer. Nah, we call it Australia. New Zealanders actually call it Aussie. Like, actually, not like the people, like Aussies. No, like they call the country Aussie. As in, are you going back to Aussie this year? That was a question we got a lot over there. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's true for everyone in New Zealand. Is that a thing? Anyone want to weigh in on that? I've never heard that. That's pretty interesting. Someone got even deeper saying Aussie, like Ozzy Osbourne, is a little different because it's A-Z. While Aussie, see, I fixed it. Aussie is A-Z. There's a difference. Since the O and the AU pronounce different phonemes, it's better to simply clarify the Z sound. So yeah, Australia, Aussie. I think I got it down. I think I got it. You guys agree? For arachnophobes living in Australia, how do you deal with this phobia? I want to visit, but my arachnophobia is stopping me. I know staying in cities helps, but it's not really the cities I'm interested in. For context, I live in Ireland, and we don't get big spiders at all. Yeah, this one I've learned over time. I would go to Australia tomorrow if I could. I wouldn't say I have full-on arachnophobia, but it's definitely there somewhat because I don't like